Touch display laptops are getting increasingly popular, but legacy applications typically contain small tiled icons that are difficult to select with the finger. In this video, we present two new target expansion techniques, TouchCuts and TouchZoom, to aid the selection of touch icons. Both techniques are implemented using finger proximity sensing, so that the user interface only transitions when a finger approaches, and is left unaffected during traditional cursor interaction. For implementation, we use an OptiTrack motion tracking system to track the position of the finger relative to the screen. TouchCuts are expanding targets, which expand from their center when the finger approaches. Similar to keyboard shortcuts, they provide quick access to a subset of the interface tools. A glossy overlay indicates the user which icons are TouchCuts. With TouchZoom, an entire ribbon is expanded, giving the user access to each of its icons. The center of expansion of the ribbon is determined by the finger's movement direction. If the user's goal target is pushed off screen, a scrubbing gesture can be used to access it. Alternatively, the expansion can be reinitiated. To reduce the chance of off-screen targets resulting from TouchZoom, we looked at two design variations. The first used target groups. Each target is placed within a group, and when aiming at a target, the center of expansion is set to the center of the group. For edge groups, the center of expansion is the screen edge. In our second iteration, we developed a hybrid technique, which used a group size of 15 on the two edges, with the center of expansion at the screen edge, and individual ungrouped targets in the center. A buffer zone is placed between, consisting of 10 individual targets, but their center of expansion is based on a linear interpolation of the screen edge and the center of expansion of the first target in the center zone. We conducted a series of studies to evaluate the benefits of touch and our new techniques on touch-based laptops. The first study compared traditional mouse and trackpad cursor pointing with touch for standard on-screen targets. The second measured the impact of design parameters for the TouchZoom technique. We investigated 5 group sizes, and 2 expansion points. A final study comparing TouchZoom with TouchCuts, Shift, and Mouse shows that both TouchCuts and TouchZoom can be more efficient than Mouse and Shift. We demonstrate a simple application-independent method to customize and access TouchCuts on any Windows application. The user taps close to a desired target using their finger and drags the mouse to specify the size of a TouchCut. Similarly, clicking on an icon with the cursor and tapping on a TouchCut while the button remains down will remove it. Tapping on the TouchCut will send a simulated mouse click event to the underlying icon. TouchCuts can be used without proximity sensing if we delay the expansion until the finger actually touches the screen. Here, we demonstrate TouchCuts without the finger tracking. With multi-level TouchZoom, the ribbon has 2 expansion points, 40% and 70%. It expands halfway if the finger crosses the 40% distance, and fully expands after the finger crosses the 70% distance. This could allow a user new to the technique to understand its behavior, while an expert user can still use a single fluid motion. A functionality reduction color palette replaces the color picker with 12 large icons when the finger approaches. This way, the color palette offers a subset of the functionality, but is optimized to be used for touch. Users can rest their hand by holding the screen and operating the color palette by using the thumb. Depth-based expansion was designed for TouchZoom on vertical tool palettes. It triggers the expansion when the finger is within a threshold distance to the screen. We have demonstrated a set of target expansion techniques for finger input, where UI components only transition to be optimized for touch when a finger approaches. We believe that our techniques can serve as important groundwork for investigating the benefits of touch into existing applications.